At Proctor Public Schools, we're more than just a district. We're a journey. Every day, our teachers, staff, and students work together, building knowledge, confidence, and character mile by mile. From our early learners to our graduates ready for the world ahead, we're fueling curiosity, connecting ideas, and driving innovation, all while keeping our eyes on the horizon. Because here in Proctor, we don't just ride the rails, we are the rails, educating, engaging, and inspiring the next generation to go full steam ahead.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Rails TV and boys high school hockey action as the Proctor Rails coming in at 7-6-1 face off tonight against the number one team in the state of Minnesota in Class A, the Hermantown Hawks at 11-0-2. The Rails come in unbeaten in their last 5 games and the Hawks come in on an 8-game win streak. And 364 days ago, on January 7th of last year, these teams skated to a 3-3 tie in Hermantown, and both teams went on to the Final Four in Section 7 before they were defeated and ended their season. But great game last year, 3-3 tie in Hermantown. Talk about the Rails here coming into this game. They are coming off a win in their holiday tournament, a 3-0 in their holiday tournament. They beat Osseo 8-0, Minnesota River 5-0, and then Rochester Lord 3-2 in the championship game of that tournament. And then just this last Saturday, traveled up to International Falls, a tough team. The Falls playing well this year and tied them 1-1. So the Rails number 22 in Class A in the QRF rankings, coming off a 14-12-1 season last year. The Hawks, talking to Coach Patrick Andrews before the game here, he was talking about they keep finding ways to win. And again, they're coming in on an 8-game win streak. They just recently tied Hill, Murray, and Marshall. Those are the 2 ties. Defeated Eden Prairie just recently in the North Star Ford Arena grand opening last Saturday, 5-3. But again, coming in after last year's 14-9-4 record, they lost to Hibbing in the 7A playoffs last year. But a couple things of note from both teams. The Hawks with 7 shorthanded goals here this year. So special teams, when they are shorthanded, are still dangerous. The Rails coming in with 6 shutouts so far this year. And so playing good defensively on the back end. As far as leading scorers for both teams, for the Rails, number 3, Jax Hardy, comes in with 20 points, 5 goals, 15 assists. Brecken Ross, number 7, 8 goals, 9 assists, 17 points. And number 18, Rafe Giswald, 9 goals, 4 assists, and 13 points. For the Hawks, Coach Andrews also talked about the fact he's getting scoring from all of his lines, and scoring's been spread out, and that's true in his statistics here. As McLean Martelock, a junior, number 10, it comes in leading scorer for the Hawks at 21 points, 14 goals, 7 assists. Bo Christie, number 4, has 20 points, 12 goals, 8 assists. Cole Lenzik, 15 points, and Bodie Medill at 15 points, and Ford Skida with 17. So, the top 6 scorers for the Hawks with at least 15 points on the year. And coming in the net tonight for the Rails, you expect to see number 35, William Pockernich, senior goaltender, comes in 5-6-1 on the season. He has a 2.77 goals against average and an 89.59 save percentage. And for the Hawks, it'll be Bryce Francisco getting the nod. He's undefeated, 11-0-2, and a 2.85 goals against average and a 91.04 save percentage. So excited to see this matchup. Great crowd here filling into the St. Luke Sports and Event Center. And teams getting ready to take the ice here momentarily. And we will get the starting lineups, and we will have the face-off. And taking the ice, Rowdy Rail for the Rails and the cheerleaders. And here are the Rails. Proctor Band here playing the school song. Hawks now taking the ice. Again, Hawks #1 ranked team in the QRF rankings here in the state of Minnesota. And playing a tough schedule here this year. Again, they tied Hill Murray and Marshall, just recently defeated Eden Prairie this last Saturday. And again, of note, Hermantown played their first game in their brand new North Star Ford Arena up in Hermantown on Saturday. Quite an event as they did the ribbon cutting and all those things to get that arena open. And so let's turn it over to Mark Fleischer for our starting lineups.
The basic against the Rails from Proctor. Let's meet the starting lineup for tonight's game, starting with the visitors from Hermantown. Starting in goal, senior number 35, Bryce Francisco. On defense, junior number 3, Ray Mayer. Also on defense, senior number 19, Kyler Berg. At a wing, senior number 18, Ford Skida. Also at wing, junior number 10, Micklin Martelock. And starting at center, senior number 16, Bodie Medill. The head coach of the Hermantown Hawks is Patrick Andrews. And now let's meet the starting lineup for your Proctor Rails. Your goalie tonight is a senior wearing number 35, Will Pockernich. On defense, you've got a senior wearing number 21, Gavin Davidson. Also on defense, a junior wearing number 27, Wes Paulson. One of your wings is a freshman wearing number 3, Jax Hardy. Your other wing is a freshman wearing number 22, Drew Yost. And your starting center is a senior wearing number 7, Brecken Ross. Your assistant coaches are Corey Ward, Nate Regas, Howie Sands, and Adam Shikes. Your Proctor head coach, now in his 6th season, is Jeff Laspy. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, if everyone could please rise and face the flag if you are able, as we honor America with the singing of our national anthem by Miss Olivia Morin Swanson.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
That was Olivia Morin Swanson from Proctor, senior with the national anthem. Great rendition there. And we are getting ready for puck drop here as the Rails and Hawks go to battle here after their last meeting last year, a 3-3 tie at Hermantown. And for the Rails, you got to imagine they want to start fast, make Hermantown uncomfortable, play the body, and and trying to match up. Being the home team, they get to make the last change so they can match lines. Coach Laspy, Coach Ward can make sure that they got the right players out against the Hermantown offense. And, you got to imagine Hermantown's going to roll 4 lines here tonight. And the Rails, hopefully can match that, play at least three lines here most of the game, keep them fresh. But if you're Hermantown, you want to come in and establish yourself early, eliminate the confidence for the Rails. Again, they're coming in thinking, we tied this team last year, we can do it again, we can play with this team. So if you're the Hermantown Hawks, number 1 team in the state, you want to score early and often just to get the Rails excitement kind of quelled. So we'll see if the Rails can start quickly and put some pressure on, or if Hermantown comes out and establishes themselves here early on. So starting for the Hawks, Mick Martelock at center, Bodie Medill and Ford Skyda at the wings. Kyler Berg and Gabe Swenson are at defense, and in goal, Bryce Francisco. For the Rails in goal, William Pockernick at defense. Here at forward will be Brecken Ross, along with Jackson Hardy and Drew Yost. And we are underway here as the Hawks control the opening faceoff. Long pass, here's a breakaway, number 16 for the Hawks. Shot, and a big glove save by Pockernick. So right away, it's number 16, Bodie Medill, with a great opportunity on a break, and Will Pockernick shuts the door. Senior goaltender for the Rails. So right away, the Hawks get a great opportunity, great setup, great pass there by, I believe it was number 19, Kyler Berg, who sprung him loose. So now face off to Pockernich's right. Puck swung around the boards. Right there is Yost. Yost comes out of the zone with it. Drew Yost will dump it in and chase it himself. Berg giving chase there as well in behind the goal. Now out of the zone. Here comes Swenson. Swenson will throw it across to Medill. Medill tries to center it. Now back the other way. Rails trying to get it out of their own end. It does get out. Berg regroups, passes it across to Swenson. Hawks will get a change. Ross intercepts in the offensive zone. Tries to get over to Hardy. Hardy can't get a shot away. But right there for the Rails is Wynn Giswald. Giswald, second liner for the Rails. Ross circles back around, tries to center it across to Wynn Giswald. Now back the other way. Here comes Bo Christie. Christie hard to the net. Kick save there by Pockernick. Tries to dump it in. Right there, Christie. Cycles it right back. Centering pass. Intercepted. Out to the point. Nikolai Zukov dumps it right back into the corner. Now out of the zone come the Rails. Wynn Giswald collects himself. Shot. Francisco puts the glove on it. And we'll get a whistle here. And a face-off in the Hawk zone. So Wes Paulson on the blue line for the Rails, along with number 9 for the Rails, Zayden Oliver. Eli Mater on the draw for the Rails. Battle behind the net, Rafe Giswald. Now pass out. Here's number 27, Alexander Nicklin. Tries to get it in deep. Sends it to the front, and Pockernick puts a glove on it, and we get another whistle. So decent pace early on, both teams trying to get themselves settled. Like I said, right off the draw, the Hawks had a breakaway, and Pockernick shut the door on it. So 15-17 here left in the first period. No score. Hermantown Proctor from the St. Luke Sports and Event Center. You're watching Rails TV. Thank you for joining us. Now here's a sharp angle shot that wide, and it'll go all the way back down in the Hermantown zone. Right there for the Hawks. 22, Cooper Kalkbrenner. He'll settle behind his own goal. Pass up now to Nicklin. Nicklin can't control, so dump right back in by Paulson. Now in behind the goal. Rails try to control. Battle back behind Francisco. Now breaking out of the zone. Here comes Nicklin. Nicklin across the blue line. Nicklin sidesteps, tries to get a shot away, can't do so. And steered away is Parker Swart. Nicklin centers, no one home. Puck still loose out front. Now back the other way. Here come the Rails, Dylan Densler. Densler rink wide pass trying to hit Logan Peterson. And now the Rails will get a change. Ethan Eista dumps it in the zone. Big hit at the blue line. Densler. Now confusion behind the goal. And picked up there by Densler. Densler, rink wide pass. He hits Drew Yost. Yost tries to get it deep. Loses control. Now Eista. His pass too far. Ross tried to corral it there at the blue line. Can't control it. And we got an offsides here as we got 13:54 here left in the first period. No score. Again, thank you for joining us here tonight as the Rails and Hawks battle here in high school hockey. Got a great group of students here working on this broadcast. I'll introduce them here in a moment. So now dump it in the zone. Eista circles all the way around. Yost can't control. Now out of the zone. Ross able to dump it in. Here's Hardy. Hardy tries to center, drops it back. And Ross' shot goes a little bit wide. And a wrestle for the puck, no call, but right there is Paulson to pick it up for the Rails. Paulson settles in behind his own goal. Hardy picks it up. Hardy loses control, now regathers it in behind the goal. Ross picks it up there. Ross out of his own end. Ross corralled. And no call there, but letting him play here early. Now a rink wide pass to Hardy. Puck all the way back down into the Rail zone. Picked up there by Parker Swart. Swart up to Giswald. Giswald's pass up to the blue line. Held in there by number 3, Gabe Swenson. Now on the near wall. And we'll have an icing here on the Rails. And Rails bench wanted a call as number 18 for the Rails, Rafe Giswald, tried to go around the defense and was tripped up. But no call, so we'll have a face-off down on Pockernit's left. Again, William Pockernich comes in with quite a bit of the time from the Rails nets into this year. 2.77 goals against average. Right off the draw. Puck controlled here. Out of the zone comes Eli Mater. Mater 1-on-4. Crosses the blue line, still with control. Down the right side. Puck held in. Is Win Giswald. 2 Giswalds and Mater make up this line. Now puck held in. Now Giswald, sharp angle, shot. Saved there by Francisco. Now out of the zone, here come the Hawks. Here's number 26 for the Hawks. That's going to be an offsides as Paxton Medill came in a little too early. So almost 6 minutes into this one. Again, these two teams skated to a 3-3 tie last year in Hermantown. And so that's the last time they faced each other. Good crowd here tonight here at the St. Luke Sports and Events Center. Got the band here. We got Rowdy Rail, the Rails mascot, entertaining the crowd. Now face off, controlled by the Hawks. Right there is Nikolai Zukov to dump it in around. Pockernich settles it behind his own goal. Picked up there by Gavin Davidson. Battle in behind, 2 versus 2. Davidson tries to come away with it. Instead it's the Hawks with control along the far half wall. Here's a shot. Pockernich can't control. Puck still loose, and the referee lost sight of it, so he blows it dead. Looked like Pockernich thought he had it, but dropped it in front of him. Face off. Paulson swings it, or excuse me, that's Davidson swings it around the boards. Logan Peterson can't control. Picked up now by Densler. Densler crashes at the near wall. Now back the other way. Here's number 9, Noah Thurston. Thurston trying to do it himself. loses control. Pockernich steers it aside. Densler up the boards. Peterson tries to gain the zone. Peterson's got Owen Baker with him. Now Baker in behind the goal. Now flipped up into the rafters, and this is going to be no icing as it's going to be on Pockernich. Paulson evades a check. Now puck comes out of the zone, dumped right back in. Paulson right there. A lot of zone time here for the Hawks. Now here's Ross. He's got Hardy with him. Ross cuts to the middle. Ross shot, and that's steered away by Francisco. Now picked up again by Hardy. Hardy to Yost. Yost dumps it in. Right there's Ross. Ross sharp angle shot. Hits the side of the net. Now we're going to have a puck out of play as number 21 for the Hawks, Ethan Eista, says enough's enough. We got to get a whistle here as the Rails had a little pressure there on. A couple good shots. A couple saves by Francisco. This line of Yost, Ross, and Hardy are pretty explosive. They can make things happen quickly. It's now off the draw. Picked up by Bodie Medill. Medill cut off by number 13, Wynn Giswald. Second line out there here. Now here's Rafe Giswald across the blue line, and we're going to have an offsides as he came in before the puck. So a lot of whistles here early on. Not quite 8 minutes into this one. But shots 4-3 in favor of Hermantown. So face off at neutral. So Coach Laspy getting an explanation from the official, Brett Klazowski. Coach Laspy wondering why the faceoff is at center ice instead of deep in the Hermantown zone, since the shot over the glass was from just inside the circle. But we play on here, faceoff, controlled by the Rails. Parker Swart dumps it in behind Francisco. Now Hawks coming out of their own zone. Now dumped right back in by Oliver. Again, the Giswald line out there with Jackson Hardy's out there as well. Actually, the Ross line is out there, number one line for the Rails. Long pass, too far, so that's going to be all the way into the Rails end. Right there, Parker Swart. Ross tips it up. That's going to go into the Rails bench, so we'll have another face-off. Folks, if you like the broadcast, hit that like button so our students who are doing the broadcast can see that you liked it. And if you want to be notified every time we go live for one of our broadcasts that we do throughout the year on Rails TV, hit that subscribe button. Now here's the Hawks along the far wall, battle there. Mason Ginn for the Rails. Now here's a chance just wide. Hawks taking the body in this shift. Logan Peterson swings it around the boards, out to the point. Now down low. Here's a shot. That's deflected wide. And it will get out of the zone. So now right back in Kyler Berg. Berg gets a shot away and no rebound. But the Hawks maintain control. Now another shot. That goes wide off the end wall. Now Paulson for the Rails, trying to regroup. Now here comes Wynn Giswald. Tries to get out of the zone, can't do so. So right there is Berg for the Hawks. Dumped into the far corner. Hawks kind of buzzing here right now. Got pressure, sustained pressure. Here's a chance, and just wide and high. As that was a great opportunity for Bodie Medill. Now Giswald almost got past the defense, but it's dumped right back into the rail end. Paulson for the Rails. Up to Giswald, out to center. It's Eli Mader. Rafe Giswald can't get to the loose puck. Now back the other way. Here comes Medill. Medill drops it off to Martelak. Martelak centers and can't be controlled there by Skida, so it'll get out to the point. Gabe Swenson for the Hawks dumps it in behind the goal. Now the puck loose. Back to Swenson. Swenson, long shot. So that's deflected wide. Now battle along the near wall. Rafe Giswald, rink wide pass to Win Giswald. He'll dump it down low. Francisco just sends it right back up to Swenson. Swenson hit hard there by Eli Mader. Now another long rink right pass, trying to spring Christie, but he couldn't control, and a centering pass was deflected actually on net. Now Brecken Ross for the Rails recovers. Rink wide pass. Now Hardy for the Rails. Can't control. Regains his feet. Now here's a chance for the Hawks. Hawkernich comes out of his net and eliminates that chance. And a sharp angle shot from the corner hits the side of the net. Hawks got the Rails bottled up here. Now a clearing attempt. That's going to not get far enough for icing. So Cooper Kalkbrenner swings it around the boards. Now at the center. Right there is Ross. Ross regroups in his own end. Brecken Ross cuts to the middle. Intercepted. Here's Nicklin. Nicklin sends it into the far corner. Cole Christie giving chase along with Paulson for the Rails. Hardy across to Paulson. Paulson with speed into the offensive zone. Tries to center. No one home for the Rails. Back the other way. Here's Paxton Medill. That's intercepted by Ross. Ross into the offensive zone. Cuts in the middle. Ross disrupted there. Here's Hardy. His shot. Tries to hit that upper corner and just goes high. Rails haven't had many opportunities, but when they have, they've had some good looks. 5:42 here left in period number one. Still scoreless. You know, kind of just the opposite for the Hawks. They've had some good offensive zone time, but haven't had really any good shot opportunities, clean shot opportunities. Rails doing a good job getting the sticks in the way. Now in the neutral zone. Here's number 9, Nora Thurston. Big crash in the near wall. And now Ethan Ida. Cross ice pass to TJ Wojciak. Now puck dumped all the way in. Right there will be Swart for the Rails. He'll get it up to number 15, Dylan Densler. Densler loses control. Now here's a long shot, blockered away by Pokernich and cleared out of the zone. Picked up there. Rails doing a good job holding the line. Now here's a loose puck at center. Held in and steered up into the net by Pokernich, so we'll have a whistle. I want to thank the students for doing our broadcast here tonight. Our director, Spencer Maida. Producer, Tanner Hargraves. Camera 1, Ada Arpke. Camera 2, Michelle Van Ert. Camera 3, Allison Arpke. And our scoreboard is Angela Skinaka. Is that right? No. You can't hear me, can you? Okay. I think I got her name right. I asked her before the game. So face off to Pokernich's left. Here's a chance out of the corner. Shot and a big glove save by Pokernich as number 18 for the Hawks. That was Skida, had a wide open net, and Pokernich snatches it with the glove. And we'll have another face off here to his left. Shots 8-4 in favor of the Hawks. And now Mader's chase from the circle. Now here's a one-timer. Wide, so Giswald centers it. Here's an opportunity now for Mader. Mader crosses it. Giswald, his shot just wide, hard off the end wall. Now Swenson in behind his own goal. Long pass up to Martelak. Martelak gets his pass intercepted. Puck loose in the Hawk zone. Mater can't control, so now back the other way. Here's Skida. Skida makes a move. Skida looking, shot, saved by Pocketich. Another shot, that's going to be deflected into the corner. Giswald off the boards, out to center. Rails are going to get a quick change here. With 3:38 left here in period number 1. Skida up to Medill. Medill can't control. Now back the other way come the Rails. Long rink wide pass. Now here's Ross, one-on-one. Ross, his shot, that's just wide. Swenson into the offensive zone for the Hawks. Dumps it down low. Paulson right there for the Rails. Hardy can't gain control out of the zone. Now he gets it back. Hardy up to Yost. Yost tries to get it back to him. Now back the other way come the Hawks. Here's a chance for the Hawks. Number 4, Bo Christie, he's rode off the side. Under 3 minutes left here in the period. Now Hardy out of his own end. Him and Yost, but you can't get it out of the zone. Christie loses control now off the boards. It comes. Hardy chases, but picked up by the Hawks. Breckenross in his own end. Cross to Paulson. Paulson makes a move. Paulson's going to be tripped. We're going to have our first penalty of the game. Here against the Hawks is going to be a tripping call against number 4 for the Hawks, Bo Christie. And the Rails will get the first power play of the game here with 2:30 left in the first period. So face-off will come to Francisco's left. The Rails on the season on the power play, 13%, and on the penalty kill, the Hawks 85%. So both teams struggling in both of those categories. We'll see what gives. Face-off won by the Rails, but sent by Yost all the way back into their own end. Now Swart out of his own end. Here's a chance, short-handed, and just shot wide. So Rails a little sloppy with the puck on their own end. Now Swart across the blue line. Parker Swart centers, tries to hit Yost. Yost can't get a shot away. Now here's Ross at the point. Ross cross to Hardy. Hardy tries to get it right back to Yost. Yost is heading off for a change, so the Hawks will just control their own end. And now they'll send it all the way down. Right there is Breckenross. 1:18 left here in the power play for the Hawks. Ross from his own, behind his own net. Right there, Oliver can't control. So now picked up there by Martelock. He'll just waste some time in his own end. Now he'll send it all the way down. Right there will be Ross for the Rails with 1 minute left in the man advantage. The first power play of the game. Rink wide pass. That's to Oliver. Oliver in the offensive zone, drops it off, trying to hit Hardy. And now 3 Rails looking at each other. Win Giswell now on the side. Tries the rink wide pass to Hardy. That's going to get outside the zone to Ross. Ross tries to get right back to Hardy. Intercepted there by the Hawks. Now here's an opportunity for Oliver. Oliver with speed. Oliver taken down at the blue line. No call. And now here's a chance. 3-on-2. Hardy. Hardy around. Hardy shot. Saved by Francisco. Puck loose in behind the goal. Back to Hardy. Hardy with control. Now it's outside the zone to Ross. Ross regroups. We got 33 seconds left in the period. We got 1 second left in the power play, and both teams are now at full strength here with 27 seconds left in the first period. Ross with speed out of his own end. Ross makes a move at the line. Ross to the middle. Oh, can't get the shot away. Great move around the defense, but couldn't pull the trigger. Now here's a centering attempt, intercepted. 8 seconds left in the period now. Back the other way, here comes Christie. Christie loses control at the line, and we'll have looks like we're gonna have a penalty. Or is he calling it offside? Yep, offsides instead. So 2.1 seconds left here in period number 1. No score, shots 10-6 in favor of the Hawks. Rails just got done with the first power play of the game, could not capitalize. So face off, and that'll do it for period number 1. Good back and forth first period, and good saves by both goaltenders. And saves in the first period, it'll be Francisco with 6 saves, and Pockernich for the Rails with 10 saves, 0-0 our score. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, you'll just see the sights and sounds of the St. Luke Sports and Events Center, and we'll be back with second period action.
Family owned and operated, Troy's Service Center is a full service shop with experienced ASC certified technicians. We understand that getting your car fixed or buying new tires can be overwhelming. At Troy's, we handle every repair with accuracy and integrity and back it up with a 2-year, 24K nationwide warranty. From oil changes and tires to major repairs, Troy's Service Center is here for all your automotive needs. Honest advice to help maintain the life of your vehicle. Troy's Service Center, Proctor.
We believe in helping each other to be better, to live fuller, and hear more. Our knowledgeable team delivers the best experience in hearing healthcare, and through our individualized approach that combines cutting-edge practices with the latest technologies, we keep you connected. Audiology Concepts. You'll love what you hear.
Protect your investments this winter with an enclosed trailer from Wittes Trailer Sales, located in Esco. We also sell cargo trailers, utility trailers, snowmobile trailers, and much more. Did you know we stock a full line of Heinecker snowplows? While you're here, shop the largest selection of Mahindra tractors in the area. Don't forget about our service center, ready to tackle jobs of any size. Wittes Trailer Sales in Esco, where customers become friends.
Who will our next generation be? What will they achieve? At Proctor Public Schools, we see great things in the future as we create an environment to educate, engage, and inspire our students to seek adventure, gain knowledge, and make a difference. What do we see in the next generation? We see greatness. Proctor Public Schools. Don't just plan to graduate. Graduate with a plan.
Potentials, lots of different options with the different loans that are out there. You know, what we'll do is we'll talk to you about your scenario, your situation. We'll figure out what actually works best for you. But the key is what is going to be the most cost effective. So we will compare conventional versus FHA, you know, USDA versus, you know, FHA, different types of things that way. You know, sometimes even if you're a veteran, the VA loan might not actually make the most sense, you know, just because there are some fees associated with that loan that we might be able to do the same type of loan but do it cheaper with a different type of a program. You know, but again, that's something that we will figure out. You know, we'll figure out the best scenario for you. We'll give you the options, but we'll obviously lead you to the right and most cost-effective way to purchase or refinance that house.
Hi, I'm Dr. J with Audiology Concepts at the Grand Rapids, Minnesota location. I have so many patients who tell me, I wish I would have come in sooner because I thought it was just a simple miscommunication here or there, or that the TV just needed to get turned up. Most people with hearing loss in the United States don't have a really severe hearing loss. It's more of a mild to moderate hearing loss, and it happens so gradually over time, you might not even notice it happening. So when you come in, you not only have a really great opportunity to give you an update on the status of your hearing, but also to have a conversation about how to protect your hearing.
Nemadji Golf Course and Greensview Grill is your home for winter golf. We offer 2 state-of-the-art simulators to practice your swing, perfect your technique, and enjoy hours of fun on a huge selection of courses for any level of golfer. With cutting-edge technology that feels like the real thing, our simulators are the ultimate golfing experience. Check out our full menu and huge drink selection in the Greensview Grill. For breakfast, lunch, and dinner, our outstanding staff has something for every diner. Come out and visit us today or book your simulator time at NemadjiGolf.com.
For years, Troy's Service Center has been the go-to auto repair shop in the Proctor community. Quality and efficient repairs make it more convenient to have your vehicle serviced. Troy's has always been for the community. That's why they have been favored by Proctorians alike. But don't just take our word for it. Check out the many reviews on their service. Troy's Service Center can ensure that your vehicle keeps your life driving forward for years to come. Troy's Service Center has been servicing and repairing vehicles for 3 generations. To contact Troy's Service Center, call 218-642-3322 or visit troyservice.com.
Why just plan to graduate when you can graduate with a plan? Here at Proctor High School, we know there's more than one track to graduation, and we want to provide opportunities for every student to grow and succeed. As high school students, we crave real-world, authentic experiences. And when we are interested in what we're learning, we feel more empowered to build the skills we need for what comes next. There's a transformation happening inside Proctor High School that is making way for a new approach to how we think about and plan our academic career. It's called Proctor Pathways, and it's just the ticket to exploring and aligning our interests with future career and education opportunities. A pathway is a series of courses we can take to be more prepared for further study, training, or work opportunities within a specific career field. It gives us the opportunity to job shadow, learn from guest speakers, and work with real companies on real projects while fulfilling graduation requirements. By partnering with local organizations, these 4 Proctor Pathways are tightly linked to in-demand local and national careers. Health Sciences and Human Services. Grow your desire in making a positive impact on the future health and well-being of our diverse and complex society. Arts, Global Communication, and Information Systems. Foster your creativity, innovation, and expression while exploring different ways to apply those well-rounded skills in life after high school. Design, engineering, and manufacturing technologies. Feel empowered to step into the role of an engineer, adopt a problem-solving mindset, and make the leap from dreamer to doer. Business, marketing, and entrepreneurship. Explore the varying types of business while gaining communication and marketing skills to thrive in today's business world. The idea is for students to be future-focused. Think about what careers might interest them, then find which pathway and classes they could take to build skills around their interests. Pathways is not about locking students into a single track. It's opening our minds to all the possibilities. Deeply explore a topic in one pathway, or expose yourself to different courses in multiple pathways. Whatever your goal for after high school, Proctor Pathways is here to help students train for tomorrow and find the right track toward a successful future.
Wittes Trailer Sales in Esco is your leader for trailer sales, maintenance, and repair in the Northland. With brands such as Aluma, Look, Pace, and more, we have a trailer for every need. Don't forget, we also sell and install snowplows for all vehicle types. Searching for a Mahindra tractor? We have you covered with over 8 different models in stock and ready to tackle projects of all sizes. Wittes Trailer Sales in Esco, where customers become friends.
Proctor's Reed Foundation was established to enable life-enriching academic, art, and athletic activities which cannot rely on traditional funding in the Proctor School District communities. Reed has provided grants for the Imagination Library, numerous sports teams, Rails TV, A Night to Shine, the Playground for Everybody, and most recently, Reed helped the Proctor Fire Department invest in life-saving handheld thermal devices. Visit rea3d.org to learn more about how you can support Reed and help your community.
You know, I was a little apprehensive the first time getting hearing aids, but they just made me feel so welcome, like I was the only customer they had. You know, you don't know how bad it is till you get hearing aids. I mean, I can hear my grandchildren when we FaceTime now. I'm watching TV, I understand what people are saying. I don't have to ask for somebody to tell me what they said. And that's what keeps me coming back. And I've got a new set of hearing aids and couldn't be happier.
Stop living with the frustrations of untreated hearing loss. Call today.
I chose Heritage Window and Door because of their reputation and because of their renewal Anderson windows that they have. And their workmanship was fantastic.
I'm so impressed.
Your home is your largest investment. Don't waste your money on cheaper windows. These are the best. It's my money and I'm going to spend it where it's going to do me the best good, and it happened to be Heritage Window and Door.
They really know how to treat a customer.
This has been an excellent experience.
Family owned and operated, Troy's Service Center is a full-service shop with experienced ASE certified technicians. We understand that getting your car fixed or buying new tires can be overwhelming. At Troy's, we handle every repair with accuracy and integrity and back it up with a 2-year, 24K nationwide warranty. From oil changes and tires to major repairs, Troy's Service Center is here for all your automotive needs. Honest advice to help maintain the life of your vehicle. Troy's Service Center, Proctor.
Wittes Trailer Sales in Esco is your leader for trailer sales, maintenance, and repair in the Northland. With brands such as Illuma, Look, Pace, and more, we have a trailer for every need. Don't forget, we also sell and install snowplows for all vehicle types. Searching for a Mahindra tractor? We have you covered with over 8 different models in stock and ready to tackle projects of all sizes. Wittes Trailer Sales in Esco, where customers become friends.
Proctor Pizza and Sub Shop. Proctor Pizza offers baked pizza, unbaked pizza, subs, tacos, wraps, salads, tater tots, nachos, burritos, and more. Proctor's local family business for over 35 years. Proctor Pizza offers brand new monthly specials, such as the taco pizza, bacon cheeseburger pizza, Hawaiian pizza, and more. Proctor Pizza.
We believe in helping each other to be better, to live fuller, and hear more. Our knowledgeable team delivers the best experience in hearing healthcare, and through our individualized approach that combines cutting-edge practices with the latest technologies, we keep you connected. Audiology Concepts. You'll love what you hear.
Welcome back to the Aspire St. Luke's Sports and Event Center here in Proctor for an exciting matchup here against the Hermantown Hawks. Proctor Rails, Hermantown Hawks, high school hockey. Great environment here tonight. Some great action, packed house here. Band's playing. Sam Boney's off the ice. Referees are out waiting for the teams to come on out. That first period, pretty eventful, but not a lot on the score sheet. The only thing entered on the score sheet is the penalty to Bo Christie that took place about midway through the period, and a tripping call. And the Rails could not capitalize on that power play, but overall, the Hawks 10 shots on goal in that first period. The Rails 6 shots on goal. And a lot of the Hawks' opportunities, not necessarily great looks. Pockenich able to see them as they came through. The only great opportunity was the first shot of the game, as I believe it was Medill who went down and all alone from a long pass from Kyler Berg, and had a breakaway right away, and Pockenich steered that one away. The Rails, on the other hand, the shots that they got have been up close to Francisco. He's made some nice saves to keep the Rails off the board. But now second period here, we got the long change as the players bench a little further away, and there were a couple times in that first period that the Hawks had the Rails bottled up in their own end, and that could spell trouble for the Rails here in the second period as their player bench is a little further away to get those line changes. So again, in goal for the Rails, Will Pockenich, senior goaltender, and in goal for the Hawks is Bryce Francisco, also a senior. Francisco in his career, 24-7-5 in goal, with a career goals against average of 2.16. Save percentage for his career, 92.9% save percentage. So pretty impressive career here by Francisco for the Hermantown Hawks. Hawks 4-time state champions, 2007, 2016, 2017, and 2022, looking to get back to what is now the Grand Casino Arena. It used to be the XL Energy Center, but now Grand Casino Arena, where the state tournament will be held. The Rails looking to, they'd like to have a say in that as well. But again, a year ago, these teams skated to a 3-3 tie. First period, 0-0. Here comes the second period of action as it's both number one lines out there for both teams. Puck faced off all the way down to Pockenich. He settles it for Paulson in behind his own net. Paulson high off the glass, trying to hit Hardy. Hardy can't control, but picked up right by Ross. Now here's Hardy across the blue line, tries to center, and that's going to be covered up by Francisco. So Gavin Davidson got it into the zone, and it kind of trickled on net. Francisco puts the glove on it. Again, thank you for joining us here tonight on Rails TV. Hit that like button and hit subscribe if you want to be notified every time we broadcast live any one of our many events we do throughout the year in Rails country. Puck loose at center. Paulson battling there. Here's a chance. Shot. deflected away by Pokernich. Davidson battles in behind the goal. And now here's Skida, tries to center. Now back the other way comes Hardy. Hardy just dumps it in around the defense. Hardy, first one there, takes the body. Now Ross out of the corner. Yost able to keep it in. Here's Ross. Ross looking, knocked off the puck there by Bird. Now a rink-wide pass. Here's Nicklin into the offensive zone around the defense. Nicklin shot and saved there by Pockernick. Good speed there by Nicklin around the right side, trying to get around Mason Ginn of the Rails. And he got a shot away, and Pockernick was right there, making his 12th save of the night. So now it'll be the Giswald line, along with Eli Mater out there. Here's a shot, deflected, and another shot right away, and Pockernick covers that. Rails, you got to believe they, coming in, needed to have a hot goaltender to keep the Hawks off the board, and so far that's been true. Now high off the glass. Dropped off. Here's a long shot. That's deflected away by Pockernick into the net, so we'll have a face-off. Only about a minute and 20 seconds into this second period, no score. If you're just joining us, shots in that first period, 10-6 in favor of the Hawks. Only one power play so far, that was for the Rails. Now Mater kicked out, and Rafe Giswald takes the draw. Here's Nicklin from behind the goal, centers, no one home for the Hawks. Now along the near wall. Long rink-wide pass by Zukov. Zukov now his shot through traffic. That didn't get through to the net, went into the corner. Rafe Giswald tries to center right onto the Hawks stick. Now in behind the goal, centering pass, Christie. Intercepted there by Rafe Giswald. Giswald's got Win Giswald, and now he's going to send it all the way down, and we'll have an icing Rafe trying to spring Win on that long rink-wide pass, but a little too far. I want to thank our sponsors for this event, Rails Endowment for Arts, Athletic, and Academic Development, the Reed Foundation, so definitely a big contributor to Rails TV and all of our school activities. Now Paulson picks it up, swings it around the boards. Densler right there for the Rails, tips it out to center. Now sent right back in. Zayden Oliver for the Rails, and reverses it back to Paulson. Paulson gets it out to center, trying to hit Owen Baker. That's going to go all the way down, no ice, so it'll be picked up there by Kalkbrenner. Kalkbrenner hit hard by Densler into the boards, but out of the zone come the Hawks. Ty McDonald circles around, he sends it all the way down, and no icing, so Paulson will regroup for the Rails. Reverses it back around, that's to Densler. Densler loses control, here's a chance, and good deflection there defensively by the Rails. Takes away the opportunity. Now another long shot deflected out front. Paulson picks it up for the Rails. Can't get it out of the zone. So held in by the Hawks. Long rink-wide pass. That was to Ida. Ida sends it right back around along the boards. In behind the goal. Picked up there and sent out of the zone by Zayden Oliver. Picked up now by Ida. Sends it right back up to Ty McDonald. He can't control, now dumped in the zone. Here's Drew Yost. He's got Ross with him. Centering pass, shot, big save. Another chance out front and unable to put it away. Huge save by Francisco. Great opportunity. Now here's Hardy. Hardy's shot, and that's going to be gloved by Francisco. So great opportunity for Ross to put the Rails on the board early, with Francisco up to the task. And then the puck squirted loose out front in the open net. No one home for the Rails, so another great opportunity. Francisco impressive on that save. So now Hardy on the draw here against Martellock. Shot right off the draw, deflected away by Francisco, in behind the goal. Now up off the boards, out of the zone now, here come the Hawks. Now picked up now by Hardy. Here's an opportunity, 2-on-1 again. Hardy, hard to the net, Hardy, right there. Puck loose, score! Jax Hardy hard to the net. Gets the shot away and rebound right there, and Brecken Ross puts it away to give the Rails a 1-0 lead here in the second period. Crowd on their feet, making noise here for the Rails, up 1-0 here in the second period. And now here's live action again. We'll hear who got the goal as it's Brecken Ross and who got the assist.
For Proctor Rails was number 7, Brecken Ross. He got an assist from number 3, Jax Hardy, and number 28, Parker Swart. That's Ross from Hardy and Swart at 3:37 of period 2.
So Ross from Hardy and Swart. We have a 1-0 game here. We're back to live action. Hawks regroup in their own zone, try to dump it in. Knocked down at the line. Here's Paulson with it now. Paulson. Rink-wide pass across to Giswald. He can't control. Now picked up right there by Zukov. Zukov into the offensive zone. Zukov looking. Centering pass to Christie. He can't control. Wraparound attempt by Zukov. Couldn't get it all the way around. Now Wynn Giswald swings it back around the boards. Puck out front. Knocked away by Paulson. Now Giswald. Hawks got the Rails bottled up here. Here's an opportunity. Good defensive stick there by Wynn Giswald. Swings it around the boards to Paulson. Paulson swings it up the boards to Rafe. Rafe can't control in his skates. Now here's a chance again. Shot off the glove of Pokernich into the corner. Picked up there by the Hawks. Now pass is going to get out of the zone. Give the Rails a little reprieve here. Zukov pass up, and we're going to have an offsides as Nicklin was trying to get a change out of the zone and couldn't get there. So again, 1-0 here, 12:04 left here in period number 2. I want to thank the Irving Community Club Pulling for Kids for being a broadcast sponsor for this event. Third line out there now for the Rails. Fourth line here for the Hawks. Here's an opportunity for the Hawks in the offensive zone. Picked up there, intercepted now by the Rails. Parker Swart trying to get out of the zone. Swart up to Peterson. Peterson can't control. Right there for the Rails, Riley Marshall. Eista for the Hawks, regroups in his own end. Luke McDonald, rink-wide pass. Right there, Swart to intercept. Now here's a chance offensively for the Hawks. Noah Thurston. His shot doesn't get to the goal. Now back to the point. Here's Wojciech. Harassed there by Yost. Yost able to get it all the way out. That's going to go all the way down. We're going to have an icing here on the Rails with 11:06 here remaining in period number 2. 1-0 our score. Brecken Ross with the goal. Shots 15-10 in favor of the Hawks. Another sponsor we want to thank for this broadcast, Tamarack Building Supplies on Highway 53 in Hermantown. Now Hardy wins the draw for the Rails. Paulson can't control in the corner. Puck still loose. Battle along the near wall. Here's a chance. Pass out front, and Pokernich will put it in the glove and hold on. So it's both top lines out there. Coach Lasby matching their top line with his top line. Rails get the last change, being the home team. Great atmosphere for hockey here tonight. Great crowd. And great action. Now back the way, 3-on-2. Here are the Rails. Ross crosses the blue line. Passes it across. Tries to hit Davidson. Now back the other way, 3-on-2 are the Hawks. And good defensive play. Nice sticks there by the Rails. Now picked up there by Yost. Or excuse me, Davidson. Davidson gets it out to center to Hardy, but can't be controlled. dumped into the Hawk zone. Right there's Berg, harassed there by Breckenross. Yost right there. Hardy can't hold it in, so Mason Ginn regroups for the rails. Cross to Davidson. Davidson backhands it into the neutral zone. Now here's Ross. Tries to get it across to Hardy, and he can't control. Now the puck sent all the way down. That'll be an icing on the Hawks, so faceoff will come all the way back into the Hermantown zone. Another sponsor we want to thank for this broadcast, Heritage Window and Door in Superior, Wisconsin. Also, Wittes Trailer Sales in Esco. Again, thank you for tuning in here tonight. 1-0 our score. Rails leading the Hawks here in period number 2, 10:04 left in period number 2. Packed house here in the St. Luke Sports and Event Center. Here's a long shot steered away by Francisco. Trying to get it out of the zone. That goes out to center. Ginn right there. Pass up to Giswald. He can't control. Now puck dumped in. Here's an opportunity for the Hawks. Centering pass. No one home. Now here's Win Giswald out of his own end. Tries to feed it up to to Rafe. Now puck dumped right back in. Rails in the all-white uniforms. Hawks in the all-blue uniforms. Big hard hit on the near wall. Rafe Giswald picks it up for the Rails. Looking, trying to feed it across. That's intercepted by Nicklin. Nicklin looking. He's got Medill. Paxton Medill. Sharp angle around the goal. Centering pass right up front. And deflected away. I believe that was deflected by number 17 for the Rails, Eli Mater. And that's sent all the way down. So good opportunity in the slot there for the Hawks. But Mater deflects it just up into the glass. Again, both teams coming in on a pretty hot stretch as the Hawks come in on an 8-game winning streak. And the Rails come in having been unbeaten in their last 5 games and fresh off the Bill McGann Holiday Tournament Championship, where they defeated Rochester Lord 3-2 to take home the trophy in their home tournament. Now TJ Wojciak dumps it down low. Paulson can't control. Now it's dumped right back down low. Here's Luke McDonald. Tries to get it to the point. Right back to McDonald. He tries to one-time it, but fans. Now right there's Thurston. Thurston gets it taken away. Now it's dumped into center. Here's a chance for the Rails. 2-on-1. Shot, and that goes over the goal and all the way out into neutral. Paulson right there. 4 Hawks around him. Good move at the line by Oliver. Oliver gets it taken away. And we're going to have a penalty here on the Rails. Looks like it's going to be an interference call on Oliver. As it was number 21, Ethan Eista, who tried to gain the zone. Oliver takes him down. And they're actually going to call it holding, I believe, on Oliver. So the Hawks will get their first power play of the night. And an opportunity here to equalize this game. So first power play opportunity for the Hawks. On the season, the Hawks on the power play, 9.68% on the power play. The Rails on the penalty kill, 91%. So Hawks struggling to score goals on the man advantage. So we'll see if that plays true here tonight. And that hits the player on the bench. So on the power play for the Hawks, it'll be Medill, Skida, and Martelak, along with Swenson and Berg. Actually, not Swenson and Berg. It'll be actually they got Nikolai Zukov on this power play. Now here's a long shot that's blocked out front. Another chance and a backdoor shot, scoring a goal for the Hawks. That's Martelak, power play goal. And number 20 for the Rails, Owen Baker, blocked the shot, was down, and they took that opportunity to equalize the score. So 1-1 is our game here. Power play goal for the Hawks. They're 1 for 1 on the power play now. So Coach Laspy wants an explanation as to why the whistle wasn't blown when Owen Baker was on the ice in pain. I believe Brett Kozlowski, the official, is explaining that Hermantown had control of the puck. You can't really blow it dead until either they lose control or the Rails get the puck back. So, again, 1-1 our score. Hermantown with the power play goal here with 7:59 left in the second period. While we have a break, we want to thank some more of our sponsors, Stream Dudes, also Great Lakes Office Solutions, Rob and Barb Schaller Charitable Foundation, Nemadji Golf Course, Audiology Concepts with 6 locations in Duluth, Grand Rapids, Forest Lake, Cambridge, Edina, and Burnsville, Proctor Pizza and Sub Shop on Main Street in Proctor, and Troy's Service Center on Main Street, Proctor. So thank you to them for helping us make these broadcasts possible. And now there's a little conversation at center ice amongst the officials after having that conversation with the Proctor coaching staff. So people getting a little impatient here as got a little long break here. Coach Laspy still getting an explanation from Brett Klazowski. And here we go. We're going to get back to live action. And we'll hear from Mark Fleischer, who got credit for the goal and the assists.
Scoring the power play goal for Hermantown was number 10, McLean Martelock. He got an assist from number 19, Kyler Berg, and number 38, Nikolai Zukov. That's Martelock from Berg and Zukov. That power play goal comes at 9:01 of period 2.
And we're back to live action here as the Rails putting some pressure on here with that first line. Ross again. Zukov from behind his own goal. Hits the brakes. Now looking for a pass. Again, 1-1 our score here. 7 minutes left in the second period. These teams skated to a 3-3 tie 1 year ago. Now Densler with the big hit along the near wall. Ross now out of his own end. Ross pokes it ahead. Trying to beat Medill to the puck. Now here's Wojciak the other way. Looking. His shot. Deflected away by Pokernich. Now Densler trying to hit Davidson, and that's going to go all the way down. Or Eli Mader, excuse me, out of his reach. Shot 17-11 in favor of the Hawks. Score 1-1 here at the Aspira St. Luke Sports and Event Center. Again, thank you for joining us here tonight. The Rails will be at home on Saturday against Little Falls. And the Hawks next up will be at St. Cloud Cathedral on Thursday. Now here's Paulson out of his own end, trying to send it all the way down, trying to spring Giswald. Now here's Win Giswald, rink-wide pass. Hits Rafe, and that puck didn't get to the net, so back the other way. Here come the Hawks. This is Paxton Medill. Win Giswald tries to get out of the zone. Cross to Rafe Giswald. He leaves it, but intercepted there by the Hawks. Paulson with it. Around his own net. Paulson, the captain for the Rails. He loses control at the line. Now a rink-wide pass. That's Ginn. Ginn's pass can't be controlled by the Rails at center. Now here's an opportunity for the Hawks. And a weak shot. Doesn't get to the net. That was Alexander Nicklin. And Pokernich covers up. So we're at 5:53 left here in period number 2. 1-1 our score. Again, the Hawks come in at the number 1 rated team in Class A in the QRF ratings. And the Rails the number 22 team in Class A. Rails got Little Falls Saturday, then they're at Superior next week, and then back home again against Rock Ridge. Hermantown again Thursday at St. Cloud Cathedral, then at home against Warroad and Hibbing Chisholm. Three very good tough teams that they play. So now here's a chance. Ross out of the zone end. Knocked off the puck at center ice. Hardy right there with the body. Yost can't get the puck. Now here's Thurston. Thurston makes a move at the line. Thurston's shot deflected. Pokernich makes a save. Contact with Pokernich there. Now back the other way. 2-on-1 here. Chance for the Hawks. Drops it off. Shot. And it hits traffic out front. Now a 3-on-2 back the other way. His shot and kick saved by Francisco, and he holds on, covers up. So the 3-on-2 turned into a 2-on-2 because Ross had to go to the bench, get a change. Again, with this long change, you got to take advantage when you can to get off the ice. So face off to Francisco's right. 5:12 here left in period number 2. 1-1 our score. Opportunity here for the Hawks. They have their first line out against the Rails number 3 line. Now picked up by Skida. Skida trying to get around Paulson. Good stick there by Paulson to knock it away. Now puck loose in the slot. And now picked up right there by Riley Marshall. Marshall tries to outlet pass but can't do so. Still battling there on the far wall. Here's a chance. Shot, and big save there on Martellock's shot. Martellock, the goal scorer for the Hawks in this game so far. Now here's a chance for Densler, 1-on-1. Densler trying to get around the defense. Densler first one to the puck in the corner. Centering pass. Doesn't get through. Picked up there by Swenson for the Hawks. Densler still in the corner battling. Now Swenson comes away with it. Long rink-wide pass. That's Bo Christie. Christie drags, shoots. That's deflected away. Swart now centering pass out front, and Pokernich able to get the glove on it with 4:10 remaining. Great crowd here tonight at the Aspire St. Luke Sports and Event Center in Proctor. Both sides of the rink pretty full. And the walkway along the top also full. Hopefully you're enjoying from the comfort of wherever you're watching. Now pass back to the point. Here's Wojciak. Cross rice pass to Kalkbrenner. His shot deflected away by Pokernich. Another shot, and that's going to go up into the netting, so we'll have another face-off with 3:54 remaining. Now back on the ice come the Rails number 1 line. Ross, Hardy, and Yost. And Yost and Hardy, both freshmen, playing first-line wingers. Face-off controlled by the Hawks. Poked away, nice job there by Hardy. He comes away on his own end. Cross ice pass to Yost, knocks off his stick. Hawks regroup back in the other way. Again, good defensive play there. He'll swing it around the boards. Here's Christie, drops it off. Long shot deflected and doesn't get to the net. Now the Hawks from the corner, centering pass, doesn't get through, and a quick shot there. That was Medill, Paxton Medill with a quick trigger, but just wide. Now here's Yost. Great opportunity here for the Rails. Ross, looking, Ross. Drags to Hardy, shot, score! Jax Hardy puts the Rails up 2-1 on a great feed by Brecken Ross, and he beats Francisco to the glove side, and we now have a 2-1 hockey game with 3:01 left in period number 2. So Rails with 10 players out there. I don't think we can do that, but This crowd is excited, on their feet, electric here as the Rails take the lead. So I believe it was Hardy from Ross. I don't know who got the second assist, if there was one. Now face off.
Rails, sixth goal of the season, number 3, Jax Hardy. He got an assist from number 7, Brecken Ross, and number 22, Drew Yost. Hardy from Ross and Yost. That even strength goal comes at 13:59.
So you heard it right there. It's Hardy from Ross and Yost, the number 1 line for the Rails. And again, good play there. Ross dragged it, and Hardy got himself in a good shooting position, and Ross put it on the tape, and Hardy put it in the net. So here we go. Face off to Pockernich's right. Puck still loose and behind the goal. Here's Paulson. Paulson logging a lot of minutes here tonight. Captain for the Rails at defense. Now Paulson up the side. Rafe Giswald can't control. Now centering pass into the skates. Now back the other way. Here comes Wynn Giswald. Giswald across the red line. He's going to just dump it in. Giving chase there now will be Mater. Mater can't control. Puck still in the offensive zone. Now back the other way come the Hawks. Davidson can't control, but it's dumped into the zone. Here's Wynn Giswald. Giswald just sends it out to center. Glove down there by Swenson. Mater can't get it into the zone, so now here's Nikolai Zukov for the Hawks. He's going to send it down to Pockernich's right in the corner. Right there is Martelak. Martelak taken down in the corner. Now here's right out to Swenson. Swenson, his shot, and that's saved by Pockernich. And we had a little extracurricular activity going on there between Martelak and number 9 for the Rails, Zayden Oliver, as Pockernich was making that save. 1:32 left in period number 2. Again, our score, Rails 2, Hawks 1. Shots 24-13 in favor of the Hawks. Face-off won by the Rails. Swart can't control in the corner. Now picked up by Hardy. Swung all the way around. Dumped right back in by the Hawks. Picked up by Hardy. Hardy showing some pain. He got slashed in the ribs, looked like a little bit. Now here's a shot. Now picked up by Ross. Ross tries to get it out of the zone. Dumped right back in. Centering pass. Shot. Scores! Nice play there by the Hawks to even this one up. Sharp angle shot went over the blocker of Pockernich, and that evens things up here in the second period with 1 minute left. 1:03 remaining, actually. And even strength goal for the Hawks. Pulls them back even with the Rails here with 1:03 left. And we'll find out who got the goal and assists here from Mark Fleischer in a moment. So the Rails got to finish this period strong. So first line out again for the Rails.
Second period, 1 minute. Scoring the Hermantown goal at 15:57 was number 26, Paxton Medill. He got an assist from number 16, Bodie Medill, and number 18, Ford Skida. Medill from Medill and Skida. That even strength goal at 15:57.
Now here's a chance for the Rails late. Ross across the blue line. Ross tries to swing it around to Hardy. Hardy, hard body into the boards. Puck still loose on the near wall. 23 seconds left in the period. Hardy right there. Hardy comes out of it with the puck, still with control around the net. Hardy loses an edge. Now Ross battling there. Picked up there by Yost. He sends it all the way in. 7 seconds left in the period. And that'll do it for period number 2. An exciting period, a lot of action, 4 goals scored, 2 on each side. And we got a tie game going into that third period. So, hey, buckle up, get a freshen up that drink, soft drink, and get a snack and get ready for some exciting third period action. We'll be back after the Zamboni does its job, and we thank our sponsors. We'll be back for third period action right after this.
Why just plan to graduate when you can graduate with a plan? Here at Proctor High School, we know there's more than one track to graduation, and we want to provide opportunities for every student to grow and succeed. As high school students, we crave real-world, authentic experiences. And when we are interested in what we're learning, we feel more empowered to build the skills we need for what comes next. There's a transformation happening inside Proctor High School that is making way for a new approach to how we think about and plan our academic career. It's called Proctor Pathways, and it's just the ticket to exploring and aligning our interests with future career and education opportunities. A pathway is a series of courses we can take to be more prepared for further study, training, or work opportunities within a specific career field. It gives us the opportunity to job shadow, learn from guest speakers, and work with real companies on real projects while fulfilling graduation requirements. By partnering with local organizations, these 4 Proctor Pathways are tightly linked to in-demand local and national careers. Health Sciences and Human Services. Grow your desire in making a positive impact on the future health and well-being of our diverse and complex society. Arts, Global Communication, and Information Systems. Foster your creativity, innovation, and expression while exploring different ways to apply those well-rounded skills in life after high school. Design, engineering, and manufacturing technologies. Feel empowered to step into the role of an engineer, adopt a problem-solving mindset, and make the leap from dreamer to doer. Business, marketing, and entrepreneurship. Explore the varying types of business while gaining communication and marketing skills to thrive in today's business world. The idea is for students to be future-focused. Think about what careers might interest them, then find which pathway and classes they could take to build skills around their interests. Pathways is not about locking students into a single track. It's opening our minds to all the possibilities. Deeply explore a topic in one pathway, or expose yourself to different courses in multiple pathways. Whatever your goal for after high school, Proctor Pathways is here to help students train for tomorrow and find the right track toward a successful future.
Protect your investments this winter with an enclosed trailer from Wittes Trailer Sales, located in Esco. We also sell cargo trailers, utility trailers, snowmobile trailers, and much more. Did you know we stock a full line of Heinecker snowplows? While you're here, shop the largest selection of Mahindra tractors in the area. Don't forget about our service center, ready to tackle jobs of any size. Wittes Trailer Sales in Esco, where customers become friends.
You know, I was a little apprehensive the first time getting hearing aids, but they just made me feel so welcome, like I was the only customer they had. You know, you don't know how bad it is till you get hearing aids. I mean, I can hear my grandchildren when we FaceTime now. I'm watching TV, I understand what people are saying. I don't have to ask for somebody to tell me what they said, and that's what keeps me coming back. And I've got a new set of hearing aids and couldn't be happier.
Stop living with the frustrations of untreated hearing loss. Call today.
Namaji Golf Course and Greensview Grill is your home for winter golf. We offer 2 state-of-the-art simulators to practice your swing, perfect your technique, and enjoy hours of fun on a huge selection of courses for any level of golfer. With cutting-edge technology that feels like the real thing, Our simulators are the ultimate golfing experience. Check out our full menu and huge drink selection in the Greens View Grill. For breakfast, lunch, and dinner, our outstanding staff has something for every diner. Come out and visit us today or book your simulator time at nemagigolf.com.
Potentials, lots of different options with the different loans that are out there. You know, what we'll do is we'll talk to you about your scenario, your situation. We'll figure out what actually works best for you. But the key is what is going to be the most cost effective. So we will compare conventional versus FHA, you know, USDA versus, you know, FHA, different types of things that way. You know, sometimes even if you're a veteran, the VA loan might not actually make the most sense, you know, just because there are some fees associated with that loan that we might be able to do the same type of loan but do it cheaper with a different type of a program. You know, but again, that's something that we will figure out. You know, we'll figure out the best scenario for you. We'll give you the options, but we'll obviously lead you to the right and most cost-effective way to purchase or refinance that house.
I choose Heritage Window and Door because of their reputation and because of their renewal Anderson windows that they have. And their workmanship was fantastic.
I'm so impressed.
Your home is your largest investment. Don't waste your money on cheaper windows. These are the best. It's my money, and I'm going to spend it where it's going to do me the best good, and it happened to be Heritage Window and Door.
They really know how to treat a customer.
This has been an excellent experience.
Proctor Pizza and Sub Shop. Proctor Pizza offers baked pizza, unbaked pizza, subs, tacos, wraps, salads, tater tots, nachos, burritos, and more. Proctor's local family business for over 35 years. Proctor Pizza offers brand new monthly specials, such as the taco pizza, bacon cheeseburger pizza, Hawaiian pizza, and more. Proctor Pizza.
Family owned and operated, Troy Service Center is a full-service shop with experienced ASE certified technicians. We understand that getting your car fixed or buying new tires can be overwhelming. At Troy's, we handle every repair with accuracy and integrity and back it up with a 2-year, 24K nationwide warranty. From oil changes and tires to major repairs, Troy's Service Center is here for all your automotive needs. Honest advice to help maintain the life of your vehicle. Troy's Service Center, Proctor.
We believe in helping each other to be better, to live fuller, and hear more. Our knowledgeable team delivers the best experience in hearing healthcare, and through our individualized approach that combines cutting-edge practices with the latest technologies, we keep you connected. Audiology Concepts. You'll love what you hear.
Who will our next generation be? What will they achieve? At Proctor Public Schools, we see great things in the future as we create an environment to educate, engage, and inspire our students to seek adventure, gain knowledge, and make a difference. What do we see in the next generation? We see greatness. Proctor Public Schools. Don't just plan to graduate. Graduate with a plan.
Wittes Trailer Sales in Esco is your leader for trailer sales, maintenance, and repair in the Northland. With brands such as Illuma, Look, Pace, and more, we have a trailer for every need. Don't forget, we also sell and install snowplows for all vehicle types. Searching for a Mahindra tractor? We have you covered with over 8 different models in stock and ready to tackle projects of all sizes. Wittes Trailer Sales in Esco, where customers become friends.
Proctor's Reed Foundation was established to enable life-enriching academic, art, and athletic activities which cannot rely on traditional funding in the Proctor School District communities. Reed has provided grants for the Imagination Library, numerous sports teams, Rails TV, A Night to Shine, The Playground for Everybody, And most recently, Reed helped the Proctor Fire Department invest in life-saving handheld thermal devices. Visit rea3d.org to learn more about how you can support Reed and help your community.
I choose Heritage Window and Door because of their reputation and because of their renewal Anderson windows that they have. And their workmanship was fantastic.
I'm so impressed.
Your home is your largest investment. Don't waste your money on cheaper windows. These are the best. It's my money, and I'm going to spend it where it's going to do me the best good, and it happened to be Heritage Window and Door.
They really know how to treat a customer.
This has been an excellent experience.
Family owned and operated, Troy's Service Center is a full-service shop with experienced ASE certified technicians. We understand that getting your car fixed or buying new tires can be overwhelming. At Troy's, we handle every repair with accuracy and integrity and back it up with a 2-year, 24K nationwide warranty. From oil changes and tires to major repairs, Troy's Service Center is here for all your automotive needs. Honest advice to help maintain the life of your vehicle. Troy's Service Center, Proctor.
You know, I was a little apprehensive the first time getting hearing aids, but they just made me feel so welcome, like I was the only customer they had. You know, you don't know how bad it is till you get hearing aids. I mean, I can hear my grandchildren when we FaceTime now. I'm watching TV, I understand what people are saying. I don't have to ask for somebody to tell me what they said, and that's what keeps me coming back. And I've got a new set of hearing aids and couldn't be happier.
Stop living with the frustrations of untreated hearing.
Nemaji Golf Course and Greensview Grill is your home for winter golf. We offer 2 state-of-the-art simulators to practice your swing, perfect your technique, and enjoy hours of fun on a huge selection of courses for any level of golfer. With cutting-edge technology that feels like the real thing, our simulators are the ultimate golfing experience. Check out our full menu and huge drink selection in the Greensview Grill. For breakfast, lunch, and dinner, our outstanding staff has something for every diner. Come out and visit us today or book your simulator time at nemagigolf.com.
Welcome back to the Aspire St. Luke Sports and Event Center here at Proctor. We are getting ready for third period action between the Proctor Rails and the Hermantown Hawks. We are tied at 2 going into the third period. Shots 27-13 in favor of the Hawks, but the scoring in that period, leading it off, 13:23 left in the second period. It was Brecken Ross with the goal. He got the assist from Jackson Hardy, and number 28 for the Rails, Parker Swart, and that gave the Rails a 1-0 lead. Then on the power play with 7:59 remaining in the period, Hermantown tied it up. It was number 10, Mick Martelock, with the goal. He got the assist from number 19, Kyler Berg, and number 38, Nikolai Zukov, and that was on the power play. And then about 5 minutes later, 2:59 left in the period, it was the Rails getting back on the board and getting the lead again, as it was Jax Hardy, assisted by Brecken Ross and Drew Yost. And then right before the end of the period, 1:03 remaining, it was the Hawks evening things up again. Paxton Medill with the goal, assisted by Bodie Medill and number 18, Ford Skida. So that's where we stand, 2-2 heading into this third period. Saves for the game for Francisco for the Hawks, 11 saves. And for the Rails, Pokernich, 25 saves on the game. And both teams had 1 power play in this game so far. The Hawks capitalized on theirs, the Rails did not. Only 2 penalties in this game. But again, great action. The fans here, even though they paid for the whole seat, they're only using the edge. There's a lot of great action happening back and forth. But again, coming up for the Rails, they play Little Falls on Saturday here at the Event Center. And then they travel to Superior next week and then back home again against Rock Ridge. And then for the Hawks, they are at St. Cloud Cathedral on Thursday. Then they are back at home for 2 against Warroad and Hibbing Chisholm. So it doesn't get much easier for the Hawks as they have a tough competition down the stretch here. Want to thank our sponsors again, Rails Endowment for Arts, Athletic and Athletic Development, Irving Community Club Pulling for Kids, Tamarack Building Supplies, Highway 53 in Hermantown, Heritage Window and Door, Superior, Wisconsin, Wittis Trailer Sales in Esco, Stream Dudes, Great Lakes Office Solutions, Rob and Barb Schaller Charitable Foundation, Nemaji Golf Course, Audiology Concepts, Proctor Pizza and Sub Shop in Main Street, Proctor, and Troy's Service Center also on Main Street in Proctor. Both teams getting ready here as we get set for third period action. And I have to tell you, the Hawks come in undefeated, only have 2 ties, 11 wins. Rails 7-6-1 coming in. Both teams playing very good hockey lately. And so both teams looking to get that first one here in that third period to get that momentum going. So far it's been the Rails scoring and the Hawks answering. We'll see if that trend continues, as the Rails will now be going right to left on your TV screen in the white jerseys. The Hawks in the blue. Face-off controlled by the Hawks. Here's Zukov. Now Hardy for the Rails. Across the blue line, dumps it in. Yost right there for the Rails. Yost with pressure. Picked up by Wojciak. Outlet pass, that goes into the Hawks bench, so we'll have a quick whistle here in the third. Again, these two teams 1 year ago skated to a 3-3 tie, and we are 2-2 here in the third period. Again, packed house here at the St. Luke Sports and Event Center. So now it's going to be the Mater-Giswald line. Paulson intercepts at center ice, dumps it right back in, picked up by Zukov. Zukov tries to get around Giswald. Rafe Giswald can't control. Zukov gets it back. Now here's an outlet pass trying to spring Nicklin, and it just passed his stick. Puck deflected in behind the goal. Rafe Giswald right there. Tries to get it out to Mater. Now here's Christie. Bo Christie, centering pass, deflected away. Now back to the point. Across to Zukov. He just reverses back into the neutral zone. Tries to dump it right back in. Picked up by Mater. Mater kicks it ahead. Tries to dive for it. Now Bradley. Keston Bradley into the offensive zone. Bradley dumps it off. Shot by Christie. That just goes wide. Good opportunity there. Tic-tac-toe play. Kalkbrenner tries to get around Wynn Giswald. Now right back to Kalkbrenner on the far wall. Tipped ahead by Davidson out to center. Here's Swenson now for the Hawks. Swenson around the defense. Paulson just dumps it back into the neutral zone. Picked up there by Kalkbrenner. Now dumped into the offensive zone by Owen Baker. And quickly right back into the neutral zone. Paulson cross ice to Densler. Densler will send it in, get a change. Now a battle in the corner. Swenson picks it up for the Hawks in behind his own goal. 2 minutes into this third period. Still really not much action for either side on goal. Now hard to the net and deflected away. Picked up there by Ginn. Out of the zone, here comes Baker. Baker across the red line, tries to dump it in, and that's intercepted right there by Ty McDonald. Now pass, intercepted by Swart at center. Swart will send it right back in. Ross on the forecheck for the Rails. Now this is swung around. Here's an opportunity for Eista. Eista tries to get around the defense. Good play there by number 9, Zayden Oliver. Now puck controlled in the corner. Centering attempts, knocked away, picked up by Paulson for the Rails. Now out of the zone, Hardy loses control, and Zukov sent it all the way in, and no icing. Now Hardy just gets it into the Hawk zone. Yost giving pressure there. Hardy gets a stick on that outlet pass. Ross can't control. Now picked up here by Bodie Medill. Medill with speed around. Medill still with it behind the goal. Checked hard there by Oliver. Now Bodie Medill back to the point. Long shot through traffic, and Pokernich makes the save as two Hawks right on the doorstep trying to tip that one in. So Martellock and Bodie Medill right there on the doorstep, and Pokernich able to track that one all the way in. 13:26 left here in the third period. Tie score here. Face off, controlled by the Hawks. Cross ice pass, backhand. Puck loose, now picked up by Rafe Giswald. He tries to get an outlet pass. Picked up there now by Skida. Skida tries to center. Intercepted by Davidson. Davidson tries to get it out of the zone. Now Zukov shot. Buzzes the tower. Now trying to get out of the zone, and that'll be offside, so a whistle. The Rails got to get a change there as that line looked a little tired. A lot of ice time for that number 1 line here tonight, along with Paulson on the defensive side of things. Now Christie tries to control in the offensive zone. Now be picked up by Paxton Medill. His pass intercepted by Mater. Now here's a chance in the offensive zone. Intercepted back the other way here, Rafe Giswald. His pass off the shoulder of Medill. Now Christie, centering pass, no one home, now in behind the goal. Almost 5 minutes into this third period, not much for shots yet by either team. Here's a chance from behind the goal. Good defensive play there by Ginn. Ginn reverses, tries to get it out to Giswald. Giswald loses control. Centering pass deflected into the corner. Now Paulson gets it up to Giswald. Giswald centers it. Now back the other way. Here comes Wim Giswald. He crosses the blue line, tries to center it across to Mater. Now Christie. Cross ice pass into the slot. And a lot of body there, no call. Centering pass, no one home for the Hawks. That's going to come all the way out to the line, but held in. And that puck's going to go out of play into the Rails bench. Coaches duck for cover, and we are 5 minutes into this one. 2-2 our score. Rails and Hawks in front of a packed house here at the St. Luke Sports and Events Center. Again, thank you for joining us. Hit that like button if you like the broadcast. Hit subscribe if you want to be notified every time that we go live in one of the many events that we do throughout the year. Here's a long shot from the point. That's deflected away. Owen Baker, and that goes out to center. Zukov now for the Hawks. Rink-wide pass. Picked up now. Here's rink-wide pass again. Intercepted by Zukov. Zukov, good move at the line. Zukov can't get around the defense. Now back the other way. Here's Densler. Densler giving chase. Pokes into the offensive zone. Right there is Wojciech for the Hawks. Densler delivers the big hit on Wojciech. Now here's a chance for the Hawks in the offensive zone. Zukov fans on the shot. Steered into the corner by Pockernick. Rails struggling to get it out of their own end. Bottled up. That could spell danger for them as Hawks looking to try to break this tie. Now Jax Hardy tries to center it up to Ross, and they're going to say that was an offside, so Ross came in a little early. Again, 2 goals apiece in the second period. That's where we stand. Rails trying to give the Hawks that first loss of the season. Davidson back to retrieve for the Rails. Yost makes a move at the line. Loose stick, able to keep the puck from entering the zone. That was Davidson's. Hardy tries to get the pass up to Ross. Ross along the near wall. Picked up by Martelak. Swenson for the Hawks. Knocked off the puck by Hardy. Now dumped right back in. Pockernick can't settle it. Now coming away with it is Skida. Skida in behind the goal. Back to the point. That's to Berg. Berg can't control at the line, so it gets out to center. Now he'll center right back into the offensive zone. Right there is Ginn for the Rails. Ginn taking a look. It's a dangerous pass across his goal crease. Now Davidson tries to get it to Hardy. That's going to be all the way down for an icing. And both teams will get some fresh skaters out there. Under 10 minutes left here in regulation. Rails and Hawks, 2-2 tie. Face-off won by the Hawks. Shot through traffic, deflected away. Now here's Wynn Giswald. Cross-ice pass to Mater. Mater harassed. And there's going to be a penalty here on the Hawks. As Mater brought down, a hooking call is going to go against, I believe, number 26 for the Hawks. That's going to be Paxton Medill. So the Rails will get their second power play opportunity here tonight. They're 0 for 1. They had one power play opportunity in the first period. Didn't get really much on that power play. So the Rails will try to get that leading goal here in the next 2 minutes as it's Medill going off for hooking. Now here's Ross from the point. Centered up front, shot, score! Very quickly, 7 seconds into the power play. It is Wynn Giswald on the goal, and Ross basically just sent it to the net. I don't know who was out front that tipped it, but Francisco couldn't get it, and wide open net for Giswald to put it away, and the Rails take that 3-2 lead with 9:16 left here in period number 3. So we're back to live action. Hawks.
Rails. His third goal of the season, number 13, Wynn Giswald. He got an assist from number 18, Rafe Giswald, and number 7, Brecken Ross. That's Giswald from Giswald and Ross at 7:44 of period 3.
So here's Medill into the offensive zone. Sharp angle shot. Another shot and a big save there by Pokernich as he came across that slot shot from, I believe it was Martelak. And so now the Rails can't go into a shell. They got to keep playing aggressive. Just keep playing that game that they've been playing all night. Shots 33-15 in favor of the Hawks. But the score 3-2 in favor of the Rails. Face off in the skates, no control yet. Now it squirts free. And no call. And there is going to be a penalty. Rails are going to get another power play as a hooking call off the face off. And this time it's going to be number 21, Ethan Eista, going to the box, and the Rails get an opportunity to extend that lead here on the power play. Hardy on the draw, won by the Hawks. Puck loose, Giswald sends it back to the point to Ross. Ross sends it across ice, back to the middle, and it's going to be sent all the way down. 8 minutes left in the third period, 1:37 left in the man advantage for the Rails. Giswald crosses the blue line. Giswald tries to get it rink wide. Gets it intercepted, knocked back into the Rails zone. Giswald has to get back on sides. Now Ross gains the line. Ross, here's a move at the line. Oh, cross ice pass to Giswald. He couldn't get the shot away. Hardy, cross to Ross. Ross to Giswald. Giswald's shot steered away by Francisco. And that was sent all the way down. Zayden Oliver got hit from behind. Now here's the Hawks, shorthanded, move at the line. His shot goes wide, and a shorthanded goal for the Hawks to even things up. That'll be number 4, Bo Christie. That's his second goal of the night. Or no, excuse me, his first goal of the night. And we are tied again. Shorthanded goal for the Hawks, but the Rails still have 42 seconds of power play left. And the Rails are going to call a timeout here to rest that power play unit up. And so we'll find out from Fleisch who got that goal.
Timeout has been called by Proctor.
So Hermantown with the shorthanded goal evens things up at 3. I believe it was Bo Christie with the goal. So we'll have to wait and see here what is decided on the assists on this one. But both teams, the respective benches, getting instructions from their head coaches. Patrick Andrews for the Hawks, Jeff Laspey for the Rails. You know, throughout this game, there's many opportunities that could have been had penalties called. Just in that last minute, both sides could have had penalties called on them. Referees letting them play. Tight game like this, you don't want the referees to be the show. You want the players to be the show. So 7:11 left here in period number 3. 42 seconds left in the power play for the Rails. Third power play for the Rails here tonight. We're 1 for 2 so far. Puck dumped all the way down. Ross back to retrieve for the Rails. Swung around the boards. Hardy right there. Aggressive forecheck on this power play. And that's taken by the Hawks at center ice. Giswald back to retrieve. 22 seconds left in the advantage.
Christie. He got an assist from number 10, McLean Martelock. That's Christie from Martelock, shorthanded at 9:49.
So the Rails having trouble getting it out of their own end. Both teams will be at full strength here now in 1 second. Hardy out of his own zone. Hardy with the goal tonight. Hardy gets a shot away and then gets knocked to his back. Puck held in. Right on front, and Hardy's right there, but Francisco able to put the glove on it. And we'll have a face-off in the Hermantown zone. Rails 1 for 3 on the power play here tonight. And that shorthanded goal by Christie even things up at 3. Both teams with the goal here in this third period. And 3-3 is how the game ended last year. We'll see if one of these teams can break that tie. Mater on the draw now in the offensive zone. Wins the draw, back to Paulson. Paulson, long shot through traffic. I don't think Francisco saw it. Now in behind the goal. Looking, back to Paulson. Paulson. Still looking, in behind the goal. Mater. Knocked down in behind. Here's Densler. Back to the point to Swart. Swart back down to Densler. Densler loses control. Now it's sent all the way down the zone, and that's going to be an icing on the Hawks with 5:42 left here in period number 3. Good shift there at that time for that line. Densler, Mater, and Logan Peterson. Now the Rails will come right back with the number 1 line. Yost, Hardy, and Ross, along with Swart and Paulson at the defense. Hardy can't control it on the draw. Now it's out of the zone. Swart right there for the Rails. Tries to get it out of the zone, can't do so. And now the Hawks have it in the corner. Hardy can't get it out either. Here's a chance. Oh, try to get it out front, but Paulson intercepts. Now Yost tips it out of the zone. And that'll be an offsides as Swenson gloved it down, but he was in the neutral zone. 5:18 here now, left in third period of action. Something's got to give. Swenson for the Hawks with control on neutral. Finally dumps it all the way in. Right there now is Skida. Skida sends it right back in behind the goal. Davidson for the Rails, swings it back around. Ross tries to clear, up to Hardy. Hardy up to Yost. Yost at center, gets it tipped away. Skida now sent it right back in. Davidson battles there against Martelock. Again, battling in the corner. Picked up by Ross. Ross in behind his own net. Ross rink wide, and that'll be a high stick. So Davidson right there, high off the glass, held in by Medill. Medill centers. Pockner steers it away into the corner. Right back down low. Centering pass out front. Backhand shot, that goes just wide. 4:20 now left here in the third period. Long shot in behind the goal. Rails need to get it out of the zone. Now Yost tips it forward. Hardy giving chase. This is going to go all the way down onto Francisco, and he's going to put a glove on it, getting a whistle for the Rails as they needed that. If you're Francisco, you might have wanted to keep that one in play so the Rails keep those tired bodies on the ice. 4:08 left in regulation. Giswald line out there again now with Mater. Face off won by Mater. Back along the near wall. Now back the other way. Here comes Christie. 1-on-2. Christie across the blue line. Christie, backhand shot. That's going to go all the way to the corner. Win Giswald just swings it back around the boards. Battle there. Zayden Oliver. Now out to the point. Zukov shot and big save there by Pockernich as Christie was right there on the doorstep waiting for that rebound. So nice rebound control by Pockernich. And that was actually a very big save at this time of the game. Face off to Pockernich's right. Mater on the draw. He wins the draw. Paulson swings it around the boards to Rafe Giswald. He sends it across. Mater right there. Picks it up, gets across the red line. Now it's dumped in, picked up by Zukov. Zukov across to Kalkbrenner. Kalkbrenner across to Nicklin. And shot and saved by Pockernich. I heard the crowd cheer. I didn't know exactly what happened there. I didn't see any sticks raised, so 3:23 left here in regulation. Face off, quick shot on Pockernich, steered away. Yost right there, knocked off the puck. Swart can't control. Christie's shot deflected out front. Hawks winning the battles to loose pucks right now. Again for the Rails, battling in the corner against the Hawks. Now it's sent out to center. Zukov can't control. It's all the way down. 2:57 now left here in regulation. Puck dumped in. Again, cycled it around to Swart. Swart up to Hardy. Hardy out of his own zone. Hardy makes a move at the line. Hardy across the blue line. Hardy looking. Hardy centers. No one home. Back the other way now come the Hawks. This is Skida. Skida across the blue line with speed. Skida looking. Skida's shot deflected into the corner by Swart. Now in behind the goal. Man open out front. Can't get it out to him. Good stick there defensively. Hardy now picks it up in his own zone, tries to center, now gets it out of the zone. That's going to go all the way down for an icing. And with 2:15 left, there'll be a face-off in the defensive zone for the Rails, And again, this thing getting tight. Coach Lasby already using that timeout earlier on that power play. Both teams pretty much cycling just 2 lines right now, as it's getting down to crunch time here. Paulson with the puck in his own zone. Now swings it around the boards. Wynn Giswald tips it out to center. Now here's Swenson in his own end. Harassed there by Mater. Now he comes out of his own zone. Into the neutral zone. Deflected away. Knocked away by Mater. Back now is Berg. Berg off the near wall. Out to center. Rafe Giswald tries a rink-wide pass. Gets it right back. Giswald across the blue line. Giswald. Shot that goes wide, but right there is Wynn Giswald. Centering pass right up front. And not ready for it was Mater. Otherwise, he would have had a wide open net. Paulson dumps it right back in. Swenson out of his own end. We got 1:12 left here in regulation. High, hard pass off the glass. Now here's Medill. Bodie Medill, backhand shot. That goes wide. And we're going to have an icing here as we got 1 minute left here in regulation. Our score still tied 3-3. So a big draw coming up here to the left of Pockernich. Hardy on the draw along with Pax and Medill. Hardy wins it. Again for the Rails, loses control behind the net. Now Swart sends it up the boards. Yost right there. Yost tries to get it to the middle of the ice. Can't do so. Now sent right back in. Again with it. Over to Swart. Swart. That's tipped. That's going to go in, out of play off the glass. So 36 seconds left. We'll have a face-off at neutral. So a big 36 seconds here as both lines, or both teams with their second line out. And here we go. Face-off won by Hardy. Out of the zone, now dumped right back in. 30 seconds left. Breckenross playing defense in this shift. Now picked up by Giswald. Giswald through neutral. Giswald drops it off. Yost able to hold it in. Puck loose in the air. Giswald right there, shot! Oh, deflected just wide by Hardy. Hardy with it now behind the goal. 10 seconds left. Back to Paulson. Paulson to Hardy. Shot, score! .3 seconds remain. Drew Yost gives the Rails a 4-3 lead against the Hawks here in the St. Luke Sports and Events Center. What a scene. Unbelievable. So the Hawks going to take their timeout. 4.3 seconds left. Not much you can do with that. Coach Lasby trying to settle his players down. What a goal. That was amazing. Hardy from the corner to the slot to Yost. Yost one-timer past Francisco. And the Rails 4.3 seconds away from handing Hermantown their first loss of the season. While we have a break here, again, want to thank our sponsors. Rails Endowment for Arts, Athletic, and Academic Development. Urban Community Club Pulling for Kids. Tamarack Building Supplies, Highway 53 in Hermantown. Heritage Window and Door, Superior, Wisconsin. Wittes Trailer Sales in Esco. Stream Dudes. Great Lakes Office Solutions. The Rob and Barb Schaller Charitable Foundation. The Maggie Golf Course. The Audiology Concepts. Proctor Pizza and Sub, and Troy's Service Center. Crowd on their feet. 4.3 seconds left for the Rails to knock off the Hawks. Hardy on the draw. Hardy's been winning faceoffs all night. Empty net for the Hawks. 6 on 5, 4.3 seconds. Got to get the draw, get the control. And there it is. Rails victorious here at the St. Luke Sports and Events Center. 4-3 against the Hawks. And the Hawks their first loss of the season. Hawks came into this game number 1 ranked in QRF in Class A. Rails 22. And so that ends the Hawks 8-game win streak. And the Rails fans will go home happy as Drew Yost with the goal to give the Rails a 4-3 victory. What a scene here tonight, man. This is what high school hockey is all about here in northern Minnesota. Two towns coming together, two rivals coming down to the last seconds. And I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. And again, you know, super happy that you joined us here on Rails TV here tonight. And hopefully you enjoyed the broadcast and enjoyed a Rails victory. And again, hit that subscribe button if you want to know when we're broadcasting in live events. But again, 4-3 our score.
Francisco 4.
Rails 4, Hawks 3. Shots of the game 37-19 in favor of the Hawks. But on the scoreboard, 4-3 in favor of the Rails. With that, I want to thank our students, thank our sponsors, and thank all of you for joining us here tonight. Rails victorious, 4-3 over the Hawks. We'll see you next time.
We're more than just a district. We're a journey. Every day our teachers, staff, and students work together, building knowledge, confidence, and character mile by mile. From our early learners to our graduates ready for the world ahead, we're fueling curiosity, connecting ideas, and driving innovation, all while keeping our eyes on the horizon. Because here in Proctor, we don't just ride the rails, we are the rails, educating, engaging, and inspiring the next generation to go full steam ahead.